You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. It's Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are latest things that makes it official. Welcome to the big show. As always, the Chris Voss Show is a family that loves you but doesn't judge you, at least not as harshly as your mother-in-law, because she never approved of you anyway. Anyway, guys, be sure for the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. As always, we have the most amazing guests, the CEOs, the billionaires, the White House presidential advisors, the Pulitzer Prize winners, all the people who share their wonderful stories of life, their journeys, and all the things that they're doing to hopefully inspire you to do just as good as they are. Or better, damn it. What can you say? I don't know. Anyway, we have George Meyer returning on the show for his third appearance here. He is the CEO and co-founder of Near Me Entertainment, a company focused on creating advanced location-based apps that provide comprehensive and interactive discovery of local events and venues. George boasts a lifelong career in technology with past roles at industry giants like Hewlett-Packard and Sun Microsystems. His unique aptitude for developing user-friendly, efficient applications shines in his latest venture, Vegas Near Me, which aims to revolutionize how visitors and locals find entertainment and dining options in Las Vegas. Welcome to the show, George. How are you?
I'm doing great, Chris. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming. We certainly appreciate it. So you're the head of, the Near Me Entertainment. Give us a 30,000 overview on what .coms people need to have to find out more about you guys and what you do.
Well, the biggest thing about us, to begin with, is we're an app company. So our first app is this an app called Vegas Near Me that you see on the screen if you're looking on the YouTube channel. But go get the free app. It's the ultimate discovery app, and it's available on the Google Play and the Apple App Stores, and it's completely free. But it kind of revolutionizes discovery for any city, and we're starting in Vegas. So anything you want to find is on this app.
There you go. And so you made several advancements. We've had you on twice over the years, so that you've been doing this thing for this app for quite some time, and you're constantly refining it and making it better. And so people that are listening, I encourage you to go watch the YouTube video so you can see the walkthrough of the app and all the cool stuff that they have on there. So give us a rundown on the app and what it does.
Well, like I said, I started this project about 8 years ago because I missed a Journey concert and got mad and thought there must be an easier way to be able to find out what was going on. And as I did more research, I found out that in any city, but especially Las Vegas, there's so many things that are going on. It's very difficult to discover things, right? Mm-hmm. And I found out people not only wanted to learn about shows and events, but they wanted to find restaurants. They wanted to find activities. And then I learned that people were having problems learning and choosing about which ones to go. Common questions like, can I take my kids? They had no idea, all that kind of stuff. And what can I do? And then another issue we found is everyone's lost. I mean, in Vegas, 25 of the 50 largest casinos in the world are here. And so people are walking around lost. So we tried to build one app that literally replaces dozens of other apps, and it just makes it fun, fast, and easy to find everything or anything you'd want to do in Vegas. Our tagline is, if it's fun to do or see, it's on Vegas Near Me. So literally everything fun to do or see in and around the city is on this app.
Ah, there you go. So you can find everything. So walk us through, you guys have this really cool portal or a front page where you can go find all the different things you want to do. And eventually you plan on rolling this out across the nation, right?
Yeah, across the world, actually. So really, we're starting in Vegas, and this, most apps are done, Chris, by one person, one really smart person. This has been up to 40 people working on this for 8 years. So this is the largest mobile app project I think that's ever been done for Las Vegas, or to my mind, ever been done for any single city. So there's literally hundreds of man years of work that's gone behind this project. But it's kind of hard in an audio interview. I really encourage everybody just to go get the app and play with it to see it, because you can't really appreciate this thing until you see it, or go on and look at the YouTube and see the demo as we're going through it. But one of the very unique features of the app, you see it right from the home screen here, is we have what we call a pentagrid home screen. And right now, people, when they go to look for stuff, they're relying upon a search bar, right? So you'll go into search and you'll look for things by searching for stuff. But a lot of times you just don't know what's going on. So it's very difficult to search for the really fun or unique things to be able to go do or see. And so one of our main inventions is we've come up with what we call a visual category system. And we have 300 different visual categories, but they're all accessed from this main view here, and we call it a pentagrid, where we have maps and places in the middle, but then we have these 5 other key categories around it: bars, clubs, and dispensaries, activities, places to eat and drink, gambling, and then shows and events. So it makes it really easy to pick, or anything you might want to go do, and then explore beyond that.
There you go. So you go into the things. There's lots of different features you have. You've got bars, clubs, and dispensaries, eat and drink tab, gambling. People gamble in Vegas? No way.
Yeah.
Shows and events. There's shows in Vegas? Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of shows. Yeah. I mean, there's activities, and then in the middle, maps and places, so you can find things. So what sort of app would you compare this to that maybe people are familiar with? Would Yelp be a good comparison, or?
There really has never been an app like this. It's kind of like Google and Yelp on steroids. I mean, there just has never been an app like this. Our goal was to create the ultimate discovery app, and like I said, in one app it replaces 50 other apps. Everything is all built in this app. I mean, there's 17,000 businesses. Uber and Lyft are built in. There's 15,000 menu links built in the app. There's detailed maps of all the resorts built in the app. It's just in one place, instead of having to open up, a dozen different websites or apps. You can find everything in one place. And that's a good note. On a typical visit to Vegas, and I think this app is even more valuable if you live here, but on a typical visit to Vegas, you'll interface with more than a dozen apps or websites. Mm-hmm. And with this app, you can just do it in one. And maybe that's the best way, is I just show you a demo a little bit of how it works.
Sure.
Yeah. So here's our main screen. We call it the pentagrid screen. So let's pretend you're planning a trip to Vegas. The first thing I might hit is maps and places. So if you look at maps and places, you'll note at the top, the app will show nearby places. So now I'm at my house in Vegas, but it's showing me nearby places. But I could say, okay, I want to find near a location. I want to look for, places near Caesars, like that. So I'll type in Caesars Palace. Now I'll find everything nearby Caesars Palace, and I could see all the places near Caesars Palace. Or I could look down, and if you scroll these visual categories, I could tap this button that says hotels and resorts and find every major resort in the city. So for fun, let's say, you're going to go stay at, I don't care. Let's see, what would be a good one here? Actually, find a unique one. We did Caesars last time. Let's do, let's sort it by name, and let's go to the Venetian. Encore. I'll just show you that really fast, right? So if I go to the Venetian, let's find it here. I should have just searched for it. Okay, Venetian Plaza. Now, if I want to look at that hotel, this is our detail page that we have for everything. But one of the unique features of the app is there's over 70,000 YouTube and podcast clips. So you can learn about a resort, you can learn about a show, you can learn about a restaurant. And they're all time-stamped and curated. So if it's a YouTube clip and they talk about the restaurant an hour into the clip, it'll start to play right where they talk about it. And you'll see for resorts like the Venetian here, we have the best video we could find on the resort, the best video we could find on the rooms, right? Because if you're going to go stay at a hotel, you want to see what the rooms look like. and then the newest one, and then there's almost 1,000 other podcasts and videos about things that are inside the Venetian. But let's make that a favorite. And if I tap and make that a favorite, now let's go back to the main home screen. And I want to show you one of the main new features that we've done now. But with shows and events, let's go back and say I want to find a show and event in Vegas. If I tap shows and events, it's going to, by default, show things near me, but I could pick near anywhere, right? So let's pick near the Venetian Palazzo. And by default now, the app will show shows today and the major events. So you can see right here, there's 2 major events tonight. There's a concert film at the Sphere and the Sphere Experience, but anything really large we call as major events. And you can see our new date interface here, Chris. This is all new, but it says here today on Monday, these are the big major events that's occurring. But I might say, okay, I want to know what's going on, say on a different day. And I could take this and scroll and say, let's look and see what's going on Saturday. And now you'll see the weather. It even shows me the weather, expected weather on Saturday. Oh, wow. And I can see the biggest stuff going on Saturday, right? So, okay, pretend I'm staying at the Venetian. If I wanted to go to Collective Soul, you see that little row down there where it shows that major event? Yeah. There's new shortcut icons now. And I could tap that little car icon and I could book an Uber or Lyft with one tap right from the app. I could tap on the pink button right next to it, and I can see where that showroom is inside of the Venetian. So it makes it just so much easier to be able to go find that place. And then you see that new icon to the right there with a spoon and fork. Yeah. If I tap that one, that's going to show me every restaurant sorted by distance near that show. Right? And if I tap on any one of those restaurants, I'll be able to find a menu and find where that location is, and I could go find it. But that's kind of how the new show and event system works. But let me go back to today, and I'll show you a little bit more. And let's go back to shows and events, and I'll look at stuff today. But you could see I could look for anything. I want to find a Cirque show today. And now let's go near me, pick near me. This is all the Cirque shows, sorted by date and time. And you'll see at the top now we show real-time status of shows. So shows that are about to start soon will be sorted by distance. So you can see there's a show at the Strat starting at 6. There's Awakening starting at the Wynn at 7. A whole bunch of other shows, but then they're sorted there by distance. And then if I want to go buy tickets to any of these shows, we now offer the best prices in town because we partnered with Vegas.com on the shows. And so we have, 4 to 5 times the amount of inventory of anybody, including them. But now we have the best prices on all those shows too. So if I tap on this tickets button, I can instantly go buy tickets to any one of these shows, often at incredible prices. So you can see here, the one we just picked up is, if you went to the box office, they're usually $100. They're $39 in the app. So One message now I tell everybody is that if you are going to a show in Vegas, please check this app first. We more than often will have a better price on the shows that you wanted to go to. But then you can see everything that's going on. And if I went back to shows, and if I even went to stuff, you can see things that are in progress that'll show that. It's just as a beautiful new way to find and look for any show. Yeah. Let's go back out to the home screen, and you see that menu there over there, that activities section. If I tap on activities, now it's going to show me everything, all these fun activities I can do. And one of the unique features of the app is we have this really cool age filter. So you could tap on it, and by default it says no ages, but I could scroll and say, okay, I have a 10-year-old. Now I want to find something my 10-year-old could do, right? And it'll gray out the adult categories like adults only and marijuana, because if it's legal, it's on this app. So we have all the strip clubs, all those kinds of things are on the app too, and all the dispensaries. But let's say I want to go to drive and ride, and I want to find all rides that my 10-year-old could do. And let's look for near the Venetian because I'm staying there, and let's sort by distance. And you'll see everything near the Venetian that my 10-year-old could do. Let's say I wanted to go on the high roller. I could tap on the high roller, and I could even see where that is by tapping this show place map. I'll see where the high roller is inside of the Link Promenade. So you know, it's hard again if you're not seeing the video here, but these are all custom detailed maps, and they're just beautiful. And if you're nearby, you'll see where you are. So it just makes it easy to find anything. But if I go back to the high roller, you see the button on the bottom there, Chris? It says set near.
Yeah.
This is one of the most unique features of the app, is that you can find anything near anywhere. So let's say that I'm going to the high roller. Now I want to find a place to eat near the high roller. So I'm going to tap the set near button. Now the app is going to look for stuff near the high roller. So let's go to eat and drink, and let's look for something near the high roller. And let's say, starting out first, I want to find a burger restaurant near the high roller. It's going to show me that there's an In-N-Out 400 feet away from the high roller. But the app also shows there's 19 In-N-Out. So you see all of them. And with one button, I can get a map view and see every In-N-Out in town. That purple dot on the screen, by the way, is my house. So it's kind of where I live and where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But you basically see how this thing works. But I could say, no, maybe I don't want burgers. Maybe I want to find, a coffee place near the high roller. I could tap coffee and tea near the high roller, and I could see 199 Starbucks, right? And there's all the Starbucks in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
If I tap a list view, this is every Starbucks sorted by distance from the high roller. And there's 800 feet inside of Harris. And I can see right where that is. But it basically, that's the 10,000 foot overview of the app. Is it just makes it fun, fast, and easy to find anything near anywhere. We're adding tons of coupons and deals. So if you go into deals, you can see 50% off tickets. You can see all kinds of different deals that are being added in the app. But that's basically how the app works.
Wow. That's pretty amazing, man. You got everything going on in there.
Yeah.
And everything in the kitchen sink, as it were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's really pretty crazy. Just the amount of data. I mean, there's like I said, there's 17,000 businesses, but there's 1,400 chains in the app. Mm-hmm. And by chains, I mean a McDonald's is a chain, or In-N-Out is a chain, or a Starbucks is a chain, with 8,900 different locations. And it's just crazy. Every show and event in town is in the app, and we have more show and event data than anybody in the world, and it's all in one place.
Kicking ass and taking names, as they like to say on the streets, as the kids say. As I like to say. The kids don't say that. So your vision is to take this across the nation. Are you also looking for investors, or are you just looking for users?
No, we're doing a Series A round right now, so we're looking for more investors. We've already raised some significant capital, and I've put significant money in myself. Yeah. But yes, we are looking for accredited investors in a Series A round that we're doing right now.
Okay. Do they need to have a minimum net worth?
Yeah, you have to be what's called an accredited investor, and I think it's $1 million net worth, something like that.
Yeah. Will they take a check? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But anybody that wants to see that is, I would love to show it to them. It's I think there's never been anything like this. Like I said, it's hard if you're listening to just the audio to see this, because like I get shown an app every day, and most of them are just not very good. This is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. It is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's way better than Yelp or anything else. And the data that you have on it, the ease of the menu. I mean, the UI is really important, I think, to the app, because it's so friendly as opposed to a lot of other stuff that's in the market. Like, I still fight with, just to go out to dinner with Yelp is still just a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah, let me talk about the UI there for a second. One of the best things to do with the app, and I encourage everybody, just go get it and play with it for a second. But the first thing you want to do when you get this app is make favorites. You see the button on the bottom there, Chris? It says favorites. Mm-hmm. So I could go back to maps and places, and I could say, okay, any place I might want to go visit. Say I want to go visit the link. I can tap this little heart on the top and make it a favorite, right? If I want to go to eat and drink, and if there's like that burger restaurant that I want to find, let's say In-N-Out, and I want to make that a favorite, I could tap on this and make that a favorite. Mm-hmm. Now, if I go back to the home screen and I tap on favorites, you'll see that here's the recent near me items I was been. Here's in and out. Here's maps and places, but I could make anything I wanted a favorite, and I encourage everybody to do that. So if you're a Starbucks drinker, make Starbucks a favorite, right? Whatever you want. And it just will make your trip so much more fun because, like you see here, the Venetian and Plaza, with one tap now, I can tap on that and show a place map and always see the inside of that resort, which is so helpful if I'm staying there.
Oh, yeah. Totally, man. Totally. So there you go. All the stuff that's in there. Anything more we need to know about George before we go?
No, I think that's it. It's just I encourage everybody to just go get it and play with it. I've never shown the app to anyone that's seen it that doesn't want to put it on their phone.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing app. I mean, and it does so many cool things. So, all that good stuff. Anyway, thanks, George, for coming to the show. We really appreciate it. Give people any .coms or where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
Again, the best thing to do is to search for Vegas Near Me, one word, Vegas Near Me, and look for it on the Play Store or App Store, and just go download the free app. That's where you'll find it and set up some favorites, right?
There you go.
That's the first way to play with it. And if you give it 10 to 15 minutes, odds are you'll never open up any other app while you're in Vegas. And that doesn't matter. Even if you live here, you won't open anything else up.
Yeah, I mean, you have everything. So there you go. Well, thanks, George, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having us back on.
Thanks for coming. And that's our third time on the show. So we'll look forward, George, to your fourth.
Yeah.
For my audience, go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss one, the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.